So guys, before you proceed watching this video, I wanted to say a couple things real quickly. There's no ill feeling or nothing against the people that are actually assembling this part. It did not fit, but you guys can see in the video why or what's going on. And also, I'm a little bit disappointed with BMW and their quality control. It's a piece that got damaged that's hard to miss, that I have to replace myself because I don't want to deal with their warranty, service department, whatever it is. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to put those two things in there, so keep that in mind when you're watching it. Don't hate the people that are actually selling this part. It's honestly, yes, it's their fault, but actually no, it's not, because the car is so new. And again, I appreciate you guys for watching, so enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome to Life of P&K. I'm wearing a hoodie in Florida. It's actually really cold. It's been really chilly lately. I don't know why, but the hoodie has saved my life, because when I moved down south, I didn't bring any winter clothes, or I got rid of all my winter clothes. So I only have hoodies, and this is what I'm wearing. And I'm also inside the garage, so maybe the light will be a little bit different, but I'm inside the garage because it is chilly outside, and I have the puppies, and this guy has been a little bit sick. So I'm trying to keep them warm, and also that way they don't cry inside the house while I'm working on the car. So to give you a little bit of background, back when I had my Mark 7 GTI, one of the, not most important, but one of the preferred modifications to the car is the turbo inlet pipe that goes between the intake and the turbo itself. And you would upgrade that because presumably it will provide you that extra flow that you needed, especially if you go to like the IS38 turbo, which is like a little bit bigger turbo. For this car, it should be the same process as I'm thinking, because the inlet pipe, it has like a little bit of like a silencer, I believe. So we'll see when I start unbolting everything. But I was looking for a part that I can use to upgrade that specific turbo inlet pipe. There's not that many out there. However, I found one by Mystery Art Design, or MAD. I want to call them MAD because that sounds so cool. So I went ahead and purchased the part. So let me show you what it looks like actually. As you can see, this is the part. Actually, I believe it called it Mystery. It's Mastery of Art Design. Sorry about that. But this is the part. This is what it looks like. I believe the quality is very well done. You can see some of the welding inside. It looks pretty good. It actually looks very good. So this is the part that's going to go between the turbo and the intake, basically. This is supposed to provide more flow to the turbo, more air going to it. It's always a plus. It's always a good thing. So I want to show you how to install this right now. Keep in mind, I also have the MST intake, so it'll be a good test to see if this actually fits or works with aftermarket intake. It was packaged very neatly. They also provide kind of like a gasket and a little bracket or a clip that you have to install there. So everything comes in the box. It's pretty simple. So I'm looking forward to installing this. So let's get to work. The first thing we have to do is remove this intake. Obviously, as I said, I have the MST intake. My engine bay is a little bit dirty, so don't mind this. And to remove this, you have to start with this cross member. So you have to remove this first, then the intake, and then the part is all the way over there. So you'll be able to see it better once I get to it. This is pretty straightforward. It's just unbolting the intake. I'm not going to record the full video showing how to do this. Again, it's simple. I will post somewhere here, maybe in this corner, I'll post the actual intake installation video, so you can guys see how to remove the stock intake and also install this one if need be. But again, have to get it. We'll start with this, remove this. Maybe, I believe I might have had to remove some of this plastic as well. It's really simple with some clips, just to get more space here. And then once I get to the part where I'm supposed to replace, I'll restart the video again. Okay guys, here we are, no hoodie. I removed the predominant part. So I removed the intake, I'm to the part where I'm supposed to replace. But let me show you one thing, and you might be wondering about the MST intake. And I noticed one issue, could be my installation, but the actual filter is actually rubbing on the MST intake housing, and it's actually destroying the filter, the metal piece of the filter. Here's what technically the filter on the bottom side looks like. Maybe I had the filter too low. Maybe I have to like lift it up and tie the clamps or something like that to where it's not touching, but you have to be careful with this installation. And here is the actual box of the filter, and you can see on the bottom. So this is kind of like where the filter has been rubbing on this whole time. If I actually didn't take this part off, I would have not known about it. So I'm hoping once I put the part back in, install everything, I'll adjust the filter itself a little bit higher. But also I'm considering actually replacing the filter itself because it's already somewhat damaged. I'm considering replacing it with like a different shape filter, something more different, more unique. So we'll see what I can find. But let's get to the main subject of this video. And I'm gonna have to use a flashlight so you guys can see better. But here it is. So basically we're trying to replace this part right here. There's some oil in there, which I don't know if that's okay. I believe a little bit of an oil return, it's not terrible. But it also kind of looks like maybe it's leaking. However, I noticed one thing, and it's, let me show you too. Let me see if I can place the flashlight like this. But you can notice that this is very loose. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that from the factory. And I believe because there's a little bit of oil return, maybe that's what's leaking down here in the car. It doesn't look like it's leaking more, it looks more like a grime, but maybe there's like a drip of oil. So again, maybe because of this is super loose. You can see I can just move it by hand. I don't know if this is intended to be like this from the factory, but I'm actually glad that the mat piece comes with better, with new clamps. So I will replace it anyway, and hopefully it kind of removes this issue from going on. So basically we have to remove, there's a clamp here I believe, and I don't think this clamp, yeah, this just holds the actual wire. It holds it actually here too, and then there's an actual clamp I might have to remove there after I take this out. But not sure how well you can see all the way back there. There's an actual, like the metal piece, the metal clamp. So I have to get pliers in there somehow to reach, which I'm not sure how I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do some observation, let's put it that way, and see what I can get my hands into and how I can get to the actual piece. So guys, a few things. So the clamp was right there, which is basically this clamp right here. But you can see there's oil on the bottom side of the clamp. So now basically this piece is off. It's barely hanging. You can kind of see it's flopping around. But it was leaking oil indeed from the bottom, little bit, little piece by little piece. The last piece I have to do is that clamp right there. I have to disconnect it, and this piece is going to come off. I'm hopeful this new piece will fix the issue because it has this rubber gasket that goes around. So hopefully this fixes it. Well guys, I'm a little bit disappointed, more than one way disappointed too. First, the intake pipe, the turbo inlet pipe does not fit. Let me show you why. So we have this from Mastery of Art design. It apparently matches the dining design. I spoke to them a little bit. It does not fit my car. They don't have my car listed. However, on the website, on this website and many websites online, it actually says that this piece should fit. It does not. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's designed for something else. The dog is trying to explore, or maybe he wants some engine oil because, you know, he runs on engine oil and fuel. But it does not fit. So if you guys are watching this video, the support from these guys is phenomenal. They're very responsive. They respond quickly. They'll provide me full refund for the part. It just does not fit. I think they have to update their website, as many other manufacturers that are actually selling this item. So again, it does not fit. And the second disappointment is my factory actual piece. There is an issue. The issue is this rubber gasket piece right here. If you can see, it's damaged. So when I was working on my car, I saw kind of like sludge being built up and so on. So I was wondering if there's some type of issue. Also, when I was installing the intake, there was sludge. So this is the culprit because the turbo has some back pressure oil that builds up sometimes. And this gasket is supposed to block this leak from happening. However, it was pinched from the factory when I installed it, and there was a leak which created a little bit of a sludge in the engine bay. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while to get the part, about a month. I could go to BMW, which I was also disappointed with that. The guy helped me find the part number because it was really hard to locate. They found the part number. He did not want to share the part number, but he gave me close enough the part number of the actual piece that contains this, and I was able to find it online. I'll put in the description what this part number is for this specific piece in case it happens to you guys, because this car is relatively new. I can see maybe this down the line happening to someone. But I was kind of disappointed of that too, because I had to go in person to pay for this order. Then I had to wait for them to ship it for a couple of days and then go pick it up again. This is a waste of time. I was able to find it online. However, it's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks to get here. And then I have to redo this whole process again, which I'll have to do it anyway. I was contemplating of maybe posting this video or not, because it's nothing to do with the sellers of the aftermarket part or BMW specifically. Well, it's something to do with BMW, but with the sellers of the aftermarket part, nothing against them. Really, it's a new car, so you don't know what really fits or not. It's an engine that's ran across, you know, Toyota, BMW, so on. It's an engine that's used across the board, so some parts might work, some parts might not. Some parts might work for the 2020 and up. Sometimes some parts might work only for the 2019, 2020 and up, or to the 2022. So nothing against really the guys. I would just say, just update online that says that it does not fit our specific cars. BMW, kind of disappointed, because initially they should have, you know, seen that leak or maybe fixed that. Who knows? It's a manufacturing defect issue, whatever you want to call it. It would be nice if they cover it, but I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to go waste my time for $12 and 30 minutes of my time. I don't want to deal with this. It's a video that I was hoping to show you guys something new. It did not work, but hey, you know, it's still an educational video how to take off your intake and maybe troubleshoot if you have a small oil leak that you don't know where it's coming from around your turbo. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!